My name's Graham Herriot. I farm on the Hampshire-Wiltshire-Berkshire border, mixed beef, sheep and arable farm with about 360 acres farm, and I've brought along today some Bokashi, which is an anaerobically fermented manure. About 3 years ago I visited Groundswell and there was two demonstrations. One was an aerobic decomposition and it was very impressive, but a bit further down the alleyway was a Bokashi demonstration where they just put a sheet over some manure and added some bugs, and it didn't look very impressive. But the selling point for me was the fact that you only lost 4% of your carbon instead of with an anaerobic fermentation, as opposed to a 50% loss of carbon with a aerobic decomposition. I make my Bokashi by mixing 2 parts of cattle manure with 2 parts of chicken manure and 1 part of wood chip, and I mix them with some Actifirm, which is a mixture of bacteria and fungi purchased from a firm called Agriton. I don't think there's an advantage nutrient-wise to the manure. The advantage is I'd lose less carbon in an anaerobic fermentation compared to an aerobic one, so I'm not losing carbon dioxide, steam, moisture and the methane. So all that needs to be added to make the Bokashi is a mix of bacteria and fungi that comes in an IBC mixed up with some molasses in a liquid form. I have tested the Bokashi before I apply it, just to see what the nutrient densities are in it, and so I know how much to spread on the farm. I have also tested the effect on the bacteria and fungi in the soil after we've applied it, after about 6 weeks or so, and unfortunately it's not an advantage. It's not increasing the fungi in the soil, which is I had hoped it would, but it doesn't at the moment. For the future, we'll look at the effect that this mix has on the soil and the crop. There's quite a bit of wood chip in it, and I might need to reduce the amount of wood chip. Even though I've not found a beneficial effect with the fungi in the soil, it's still beneficial in the fact that it's a cheaper source of nutrients than buying compound fertilisers.